Hi everybody, my name is Mia and I'm going to be doing a video blog today on how you can utilise your time at university. So the first point that I'm going to give you guys today is when you're at university, the first thing that you don't really realise is that you need to see university life as a marathon. The first year is your starting line, and then the middle of the race is the second year, and the third year is the finishing line. And you need to really see when you're at university, you need to really understand that, um, especially in the first year, a lot of people don't really understand that they need to give it their 1,000% literally. I know at some university like mine, the first year grades don't count, but in a way that they really do, because lecturers are watching you, especially in the first year as you're starting to develop as a student. They really study you in the sense that they look out for the people that they can really help. When they're in the third year, they look for them in the first year. And depending on how you act, if you're a constant raver and you come into lectures at 9 o'clock, you're wasting not only your own time and your lecturer's time, and you're disrupting the class. And I might be a geek for saying that, but you really are. People that really they really irritate me when that used to be really irritating when I was studying at university. I can get there for 9 o'clock, and you live 2 minutes from the campus, and you can't even be on time. How do you expect to be on time when you get offered that dream career job? When you graduate, you can't. So you need to start practicing in the first year how you will act with an employer. You need to see your lecturers as employers, because ultimately they can lead you to the employers when you're about to graduate. And if you are the person who irritates them and disrupts their class constantly, they're not going to want to give you contacts when you graduate. They're going to be like, this person I would hire myself, so why would I advise you to apply there, because I wouldn't hire you myself. And I think a lot of people don't realise that. At university, you have to really give your all, or there's no point in you being there. I've seen so many people waste their degree money. They're just there for different reasons. Some of them are there because of parents. A lot of people are there just because they don't know what else to do, so they just go and study university life. And then there's people who really think that a degree will benefit them, and who it will really benefit them in the sense that not only do they know that once they get a degree, they can get their jobs, they can provide for their families, they can do so many different things with a degree. And I'm not talking, this video blog is not directed at them. This video blog is directed at those who, like myself, in the first year wasn't really focused on university life. And no one really told me that in the first year of university you have to really focus. I came fresh out of college, and my mindset wasn't on career. It was just making sure that I survived the first year of university life. And I wish a lot of people told me that, or prepared me for what was ahead of me, because it was a roller coaster ride, definitely. And I think that as a graduate, I would advise all of you guys to really think about what you're studying, really engage with it. Talk to second years, talk to third years, talk to the lecturers before you go and study at that university, because you're there for 3 years, and ultimately you're going to be graduating from that university. So you need to make sure that it's a university that you not only love, but that you really like, and one where you really admire their lecturers, and you feel that you can really benefit from them. There's no point in you going to university, because all your friends are going to that university. Because at the end of the day, when you graduate, each is to their own, to be honest. And if I'm speaking the truth, when everybody graduates, it's hard to stay in contact, because everybody used to come to lectures together and everything. And once university is taken out of that equation, you find out who your real friends are. And I think that when you're at university, another thing that a lot of people don't realize is that friends are a great asset. They're an amazing asset to start going to university. But the biggest asset has to be your degree first and foremost. You have to make sure that your degree really is something that will benefit you. It's great to have friends, don't get me wrong. It's great to make connections with people, and it's really an amazing experience, to go out, do your own thing, live your own life without having, your parents around and all of that. It's fantastic, but you need to realise that you're there to get a degree. You're not there, to have a social life. And I think that's a common mistake which, a lot of people make, especially when they're at university. I've seen so many people the first year at university. The way I would study the way that they would dress, the way that they would talk, the way that they, would react to other people, and I'll think, why are you here? Why are you in lectures? Why are you wasting your time, and your money on a degree when really you want to be out raving every single night? And that's the truth. The lecturers would look at them like, what are you wearing? Why are you wearing such clothes? And you think to yourself, as an individual, and I just think as a journalist, do these people really, are they really serious about university life, or, are they just, mocking it and, just there to get a free degree, really? I think you need to realise that, when you're at university, it really is a blessing, to be honest. There's so many countries where people can't study, like, for example, in America, people have to pay to learn, they have to, I don't understand that, it's not free, and we, going to be in debt for it, but the government did give us a loan which we have to pay back. And I think in America it's really harder, to study. It's not as easy as this country, let's face it, it's not. And I think a lot of people don't realise that when they're at university, it's a blessing. When I was at university, literally every day I found it, literally I thought, oh, I'm at university, I could be anywhere else, but I'm here, I might as well make my time and make the most of it. There were some lectures where I thought, why am I here? I'm wasting my degree and I'm not learning anything. But then I realised that, university wasn't just about me learning in a lecture at 9 o'clock and then leaving it and going out, with my friends or whatever. It was about me, really utilising my time and making sure that I stayed after lectures. I talked to the lecturers, I talked to, when speakers came, I engaged with them, I talked to them, and really made connections with them, because I knew come third year I would need to get a job. And even though I made all these connections, it still didn't guarantee me a job. So I thought to myself, imagine if I didn't, make all these connections, then what would I do? I'll be literally at the bottom of my career. And, a lot of people don't realise that. Another point that I would advise you guys when you're at university is to do 1 year abroad, to really, go out there, see what the world has to offer. That's one thing I sadly didn't do, which I really regret not doing. I would advise everybody to do a gap year abroad, whether it's in your first year, the second year, or the third year. A lot of people do say, once you leave university for a year, it's hard to come back, and it is. But, if you put in your head that you need to finish university, then, you will finish university, regardless of what other people, around you do say. They might say, are you sure, once you leave university, you might, start working, and you might start relying on that money that you're earning every month, and, leave university behind. Which, in that case, if you do that, then university wasn't for you in the first place, and, be glad that you're not wasting your whole complete degree on, 3 whole years, instead of, you might just do a year, and then you do a year abroad, and then realize university life isn't for you, and that's great, because you haven't wasted another 2 years on university and then discovered it. So, whatever route that you decide to do, make sure it's the route for you. That's what I would advise you. And, another thing I would advise you is, when you're at university, especially in your third year, make connections with your lecturers. Like, your lecturers are your key to getting that dream career that you would like. So make sure that you contact them and make sure that you're connected with them, whether it's through Facebook, whether it's through Twitter, whatever way that it is. Just make sure that, they're there for you in any way that you need them for. And, I think that's all the tips I'll give you guys today. Make sure that you, contact me on Twitter, journalist Mia, if you need any advice, any help with your, CV or anything, that's to do with education or university, or, career-wise. Make sure that you contact me at, on Twitter, journalist Mia. And, I'll definitely be uploading a new video next week. If you've got any suggestions on anything that you would like me to discuss, let me know. And, I'll definitely bear that in mind and see what I can come up with. Alright then, thank you for listening today. Goodbye. Bye.